How'd it do? Well, I sort of passed, but sort of didn't pass. I knew I was aiming to fail. In Sistema, they said I can be promoted if I do one class online per month for a little bit. I didn't say how long, but I have 2 to 3 months to produce a video just showing any progress, and I'm like, cool, I'll do it. So right now, now that I know how to move and edit and stuff, I can fix these and rotate them better so that Vladimir's a little more content with what he sees. So I'm going to be sending videos. I'm also going to be kind of journaling my practice so I can actually produce something that's more online with what Vladimir's going to want. So every time I send him a set of videos, he can then critique them and ask me more questions, and I'm totally cool to do it. So without further ado, I'm going to do a video showing my progress. This video is going to show my test video in its entirety without the blooper music, and just kind of what I did this week. Well, this is the one I did for my test. Again, I'm not too pleased, but I'm amused. I did want to see, where I was at against people who are going to be resisting a little bit more. The taller guy there is a former MMA fighter, and the younger guy, or smaller guy here, he's actually a Marine, and he was a veteran. And they were kind of just doing some resistance, a little bit. They were kind of just dumbing down some things, but they were resisting nonetheless, which I found, I like looking at my failures here, and I'm quite all right with, some of it, because I can imagine that in a situation you're not going to look pretty. Nothing you do is going to really look good. So I was quite all right with that. And it just pointed out several things here that, allowed me to think about exactly that. What it's going to look like under the weight of actual resistance. And I'm sure that, I won't name names on the tall guy, but, I'm sure that if he really wanted to, he could have made that a lot harder for me. And I was grateful for, him kind of dumbing it down a little bit. Same thing with Thomas there. He's not too ashamed or weirded out or anything. So what I wanted to do is just go over it because I want to show my progress. I want to show where I'm working, how I'm dealing with things, and how I'm fighting and handling stuff. So every time we work on something, maybe next week it'll be against sticks. Maybe I'll work against being held. Maybe I'll do a mass attack while I'm laying down. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I want to show this because a lot of things have been on the whole multiple assailants deal. And some of the martial arts I do does delve into multiple assailants. And that being said, I do like to consider the idea that when you're fighting, see, like if you get caught up and you don't know what you're doing, or he's got a better clinch game, he's got you in a good choke, see, that would have been a perfect time for someone to come around and start hitting me. So I get out of it, with all the resistance, and that's fine. So we're back in the tie-ups again. And that's reminding me again that it could easily turn. He might have gotten tired. And I've seen people walk away from punching someone a couple times, and then, even then, I was testing and working with it. And, notice these wild hits tend to make people stay at bay. It keeps them at bay, And sometimes you're going to get hit all over the place. Anyone who says they're not going to get hit if fighting multiples is lying to themselves. I would rather you just understand that you're going to have to fight. You get caught up in pincers because it ain't easy to stack people on top of each other. You can. And I'll go into that in a moment. Maybe my next one I'll show more of a better way to deal with multiples. So right now I'm just trying to go through a few things and dealing with being hit and dealing with resistance. And, one of the things I have on my side is I outweigh the tall guy by 100 pounds. And the other guy pretty much got about 100 pounds on him, too. I know I'm fat, but I'm also very stocky. But that's another story. I do want to work on my fitness. And I think sometimes fighting is a great way to do that. 'Cause I was getting winded. Even Vladimir said he noticed that we were all getting tired. And Vladimir was pointing out that, 3 minutes, just where people are really going at it, they're going to tire themselves out. Because no matter what, in real life, a violent altercation is really short. About 4 to 15 seconds, really, depending on. And sometimes, Even it could be faster, it could be shorter, but one thing is for certain that it does not last forever unless these people are taking breaks and they have you tied down. They continue with the onslaught. And again, you are going to take hits. If you don't think you're going to take hits, you're lying to yourself. So one thing you can safely bet is that you are going to take hits. People are going to grab at you. They are going to blindside you. They're going to sucker punch you. They're going to beat on you. They're probably not going to hit to the body much, but if those were knives, I'd have probably been stabbed a million times. But they are going to hit. See, this is more like a situation where I've seen it happen now. Thomas could have started hitting me right there if he wanted to, but he didn't, which is interesting, but yeah, I guess I'm grateful. Doesn't do me much favors. I'd rather him just hit me. Reason why is I want to look at the realism of it all. Go for it. Of course you want to do that. Slow it down. You're going fast. Slow it down. You tell me. Rules the rules. Rules the rules. So. Catch. Motherfucker. Now back at it. Come on. So, go.
Oh, so slow it down.
Be more of a new case than normal times. That was fun.
So he stabbed you.
Did you just throw a knife?
No, it just makes it sound like it's not nice. Nice.
That'll teach you. You smart ass.
I was more of a smart ass than he was.
Slow it down, fucker.
Good.
Come on, Matt. You got the knife. Don't be scared.
Go.
I'll give you a hug.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Is he all right?
No, that was great. You give us fun.
You all right?
Yeah.
Stunt dummy. Nice, that's another way. That's a nice try.
Try not to throw you into the thorns.
Go. We got the future Biden over there sniffing out his target.
Oh, look at that crescent kick. Didn't it strike one, don't?
We'll have to throw him in there a little bit. How much time do I got there, Mondo?
And you're going on 50 seconds.
Yeah, there you go.
Haruken!
No jump kicks. Kick,
Shit, I can't kick that high.
jump kick.